What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So I finally pulled all the nails off. I took off the makeup, but you know, I had to make sure that my hair was a bit beat for this video. So here I am in my natural glow. Accept me as I am. Anyway, so I wanted to give you guys a little story time about my life. Well, your girl had her heart broken quite a number of times, so I can share the story with y'all. So once upon a time, back when I was in high school, I met this guy. My family and I, we had actually moved from where we were living into a new environment. The guy and I, we became really good friends. He was super cool, super cute in my eyes. So I was in school, and my dad, he would always say to me, "Siske, boys and bugs don't mix them. Make sure them grades on point." I was like, "Yeah, daddy." Anyway, so I was focusing on my bugs, but child, I was focusing on this young man. He had all my attention, well, most of it, if not all. And you know, we ended up in a long-term relationship. To cut the story very short, let me tell y'all something. I never knew that somebody could lie for tea, breakfast, and dinner like how this guy used to lie. And he was so slick, it wasn't even funny. This guy would make rings, ribbons, knots around me, and I wouldn't even know. Anyway, so as I was saying, we were in this relationship, and for a long time, you know, things were good. And I remembered one time we were preparing to go to the creek. I got all dressed and everything. He wasn't living far away from me, so he called me and he was like, "Hey, Siske, well, we're not gonna be going to the creek anymore, you know, plans change." So I was like, "Oh, okay, no problem." I had to go and, you know, change my clothes, but I saw the bus pull up, and it was him, his cousins, and everybody, and he jumped in and he went to the creek. He went without me like a big journey jackass now, trying to make excuses for him, which obviously was just so stupid. And I think there and then I should have left him, but I was in love. You know when you're young, you're green, and you feel that you found love. Nobody can tell you nothing. The lies continued, you know, this consistency of lies. I even remember he was this kind of person that always used to give me jewelry as gifts. So he would like make a gold and silver ring. He would give me gold necklace. He would always, oh, and he knew that I like food and I like snacks, so he would always go and buy snacks and so on for me, especially when I was studying and whatnot. And I love coconut water, so he would always go and buy coconut water for me. He was so sweet in some ways, but the lies were so much that I just could not take it anymore. I couldn't take it anymore. At one point I got so angry that he had given me a ring for Valentine's Day, and inside of the ring it had both of our initials inscribed. It was a gold and silver ring. And let me tell y'all, I pawned that shit. I went to the pawn shop and I pawned that shit like a G, because I told myself, I'm so sick and tired of you. This isn't even worth me wearing. I went and I pawned it. And I take the money and I spend it, guys. I wasn't right, but I did what I did. So at this point, I had moved on to sixth form, and let's call this guy Tim. Tim had bought a bus because he believed in being self-employed, and you know, he wanted to be doing his own thing. He used to take me to school sometimes. Sometimes he used to pick me up from school. Not all the time, sometimes, right? So this particular, let me suppress a little bit of the Guyanese twang. So this particular day, Tim took me to school and I had math classes. Oh, I used to stay back at PC back then. Back then we used to stay back for extra classes from our math teacher, which was free. I finished class ridiculously late. It was probably like 7 o'clock in the night. So Tim picked me up with his bus, right? He came, he picked me up. He stopped out of the main road to go get some credit, right? And he left his phone on the bus seat. Now, I was observing Tim for some time, and Tim used to be moving real sideways. And I mean, come on, as women, back then I was a young lady, I wasn't a woman, but you know when something ain't right. I'm sitting in this seat and I am fighting this mental battle. It's like something telling me, girl, pick up this phone, you stupid, pick up this phone, run this by phone, this is your opportunity. And then something else on the other side saying to me, girl, you know, you need to respect his privacy. You need to respect his privacy, because I have that policy. If I'm in a relationship with an individual, I respect your privacy. I'm not going to run through your things. Anyway, so this one side, this I don't know if you want to call it an angel or whatever it is, this voice on one side of me is saying, yo, he's an idiot, he's an ass, pick up this phone. And let me tell y'all, I just pick up the phone. I picked that thing up. And there it was before my eyes. This entire conversation between him and somebody. I don't know who this individual was at the time. Clearly he was having sex with this person. He was sexually involved with this individual. And I got mad. I got real mad. I got blue. If you cut me, you wouldn't find blood. Seriously speaking, I was a gangster on the inside. I wanted to cut this young man so badly, but I couldn't do it, you know, because at the end of the day, I'm a church girl and I grew up in church, but there's an inner gangster that lives inside of me. So I put the phone back down on the bus seat, the driver's seat. I like nothing in it even happened. I just act cool and calm. He came back to the bus. He picked up his phone. He started up the engine and we were driving going home now. He was, taking me home. So I asked him in a cool, calm, collective voice, oh, we need to give this person a name. You can call her Pixie. So I asked him, so who is Pixie? And you could tell like he went cold for a moment, right? You start stutter. He was like, I don't know, who's the... I said, well, you and the person having a, very intimate conversation, so you're supposed to know who it is. He turned and he said to me, I forget. It's my friend. I said, so you're sleeping with your friend? Because, she's concerned if she's pregnant. He was like, no man, it's just a friend of mine. And I said, okay. And I left it there. I was so pissed. I made it my duty to find out who this person was. And I did. And I was really mad because people that were very close to me knew about this thing and they did not tell me about it. And I couldn't understand why. Because people got this thing they would normally say, oh, it's not my business, I need to stay out. But if table was turned and you were in my position, you would want me to tell you. Anyway, had to let that go. I eventually found out who the individual was, and boy, that made me even more mad. Because this was somebody that I knew. Like, I knew this person as a kid. My dad, he used to take me by them sometimes, like occasionally, because my father and the individual's parents were friends. So imagine how distraught I was. The night after the incident happened, I called his mother. I told her about everything because I knew the kind of person he was. He was a dangerous liar, and I wanted to, make sure my name was cleared just in case he had it up his sleeve to, tell people that, I cheated on him, which is what he did. At this point, I'm mad, pissed. I don't want anything to do with him. You buy. It's to come by me and ask me to marry him. Now, ladies, what would you do? I did what a sane person would do. I said hell to the no. Now that I reflect on it as an adult, I was wrong to handle the situation the way I did, because I think sometimes it's not what you say to people, but how you say it to them could leave a scar there for a very long time, and that was not my intention, but that's what happened. Why would somebody even think that it's cool to ask somebody to marry them after you just done cheat on me, and the only reason why you're sorry about it is because I catch you? The relationship didn't work out. It just couldn't work out after them. But I moved on with this anger within me. It took me years to really forgive that young man. I came to the place where I could actually have a conversation with him and not feel any type of way, because it's like every time I saw him, I just wanted to do something bad to him. I just hated this guy. But anyway, I got over it, and he always tried to come back. But I knew within myself that was a toxic environment for me. Don't get me wrong, I wish him black excellence and all the above, but from over there. Like, do not invade my space. No, hell to the no trick. It ain't happening. I learned from that situation. I grew from it. I took the good. There's something that my dad said to me the other day. You'd never hear somebody opening up a school to teach you how to take blow and how to deal with heartbreak. Really, it's just something that you have to learn on your own. It's called life, and it's so true. Nobody is ever mentally prepared to take blow.